my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion and Scott Michaels, and we are coming to you from Route 66, and you can see above our head it is Miami, Oklahoma. Daze with Jordan the Lion and Scott Michaels. It begins right now. And they painted a chair around it in a Route 66 mural. I love it. Take a look over here at the Coleman Theater. This is the Coleman Theater, built in 1929 as a vaudeville movie theater palace. It's hosted many legendary performers. Never closed, it holds the original mighty Wurlitzer pipe organ that has entertained generations. Programs and acts of all types are still performing regularly. The building is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Look at that box office. Hong Kong Phooey! Found another Route 66 mural that for some reason has Hong Kong Phooey. On the outside of this store, they have murals to two famous residents, well, more than two, three actually, but Tinker Owens, football player, and Stephen Cassie Gaines from Lynyrd Skynyrd, who passed away on the that horrible plane crash. They have a historical museum over here. It actually, right in the window, has some information and stuff about the Gaines before they were in Lynyrd Skynyrd. See? The Ravens. Steve is in the Ravens. Here they have a gateway to Miami, Oklahoma. This is a replica sign. They had one here in the early 1900s and it was removed during the 1930s, so they decided to put one back up. So the unfortunate thing is that we are having car problems. When we go to accelerate, it's not really wanting to take off. It feels like a transmission problem. It's a Sunday in a small town and it's now started raining, so we could be in some serious trouble for today, for the rest of today anyway. So Scott, I'm sorry, I have detoured our Route 66 trip for who knows how long. Seriously, I'm a little bit worried because I know a transmission can take some time, it can be expensive, and that's what I'm afraid this might be, so who knows.
Yeah, I'm confident it's not going to be that bad though, because I mean it could have already been so much worse. So it's you know, we were in the town, it's possible they had rooms, and we were able to contact people. So I think we're on the upswing here, just temporary setback.
Yeah, I hope so. It's unfortunate, you never think this will happen, but you have to assume when you plan a trip that it could, so we'll roll with it, we'll make the best of it, but thanks for not getting too pissed off at me about it. Well, Scott and I just walked a mile to get transmission fluid. That didn't work. Now we're walking to a hotel. We'll fill you in when we get there. So unfortunately, yes, we have had a setback. We we thought we kind of had an idea what was going on. Basically, we just came to a stop, and when we started to drive forward, the car didn't want to, it was having trouble. It felt like it was going to stall. So we drove it a little bit and then pulled over. We walked a mile up to a O'Reilly auto parts store, got some fluid, walked a mile back, put it in, and started driving around the parking lot, didn't notice a problem, and then got on the road, and when we made our first stop at a stop sign and tried to take off, it was doing the same thing. It was not wanting to take off again. So we started to pull into a subway, and all of a sudden we heard a sound and all the gears were gone. So that's definitely not good. It's a Sunday. Yeah, nothing we could do. We have the car parked securely, and we tried to find an Uber or a taxi. Nothing in this town We even asked the employees of some of the businesses as we were passing by, and they were calling friends. We were offering them 20 bucks just to drive us a mile to our hotel, because we booked a hotel, and just trying to get a ride there with our luggage, and nobody knew anybody. Nobody could get a hold of anybody. We even called the hotel, said, hey, do you know anybody that we could hire to come pick us up? And they called people and couldn't get anybody, so we ended up having to walk another mile with our luggage here. And unfortunately, our day is done really before it even started. These are the things that can happen on Route 66, and I knew it. My car is great. I've never had a problem with it. Nothing has ever went out mechanically on it. However, about a year ago, when I was passing through Tampa, I made a appointment with a dealership to get a transmission job done, and started driving on the car, and found out a couple of weeks later that they had never fastened the cap back on, and that I had been leaking transmission fluid that whole time. And I got that plugged up and everything, but I had a feeling I would have a residual problem at some point, and it appears that it's probably going to happen now. So we can't do anything about it till the morning, where we'll have to call an auto shop or a transmission specialist, see if they can get us back on the road, see if anything can be done, and we'll just go from there. I'm not happy, but I did know on this kind of a trip things happen, so just roll good with the bad. That's all you can do. Well, unfortunately, my friends, we're going to call it a day. I want to thank Albert Haglin and Paula Hawkins for becoming my newest Patreons and help making contributions, especially now. We're going to have quite a bill on our hands, I have a feeling, but thank you all for watching. Thank you for understanding. You know, this is the way things go sometimes, but we'll get back in the swing of it. We'll make it happen. See you all next time from here in Miami, Oklahoma on Route 66. We are stranded for the night. Good night.